Fun round, including 11 birdies in a row. Caught momentum on the back nine. What did you guys like about today?
Yeah, it was great. It was kind of the start that I guess makes it a little bit less stress-free the next couple days because, a lot of teams are going to go low. But, yeah, it was just a lot of fun. We were kind of feeding off each other and a little bit of ham and egg, which was great. Yeah, it was super fun, and I didn't even realize we made that many birdies in a row. Just kind of strung it together. So I guess that's usually when the best golf ends up happening.
You two are probably having an advantage of kind of maybe having known each other a little bit before this week. How did you two meet, and really how did this partnership kind of come together?
Yeah, well, I grew up kind of playing SCPJ Junior Tour, and I saw him hoisting up SCPJ trophies as well. So he probably doesn't know me from way back when I was 11, but we have the same trainer, so we've been able to kind of work out in the gym and know each other a little bit better off the golf course. So that's how, kind of our friendship started. And going into this event, it was, it didn't really... At least for me, I didn't really expect myself to be here, because I had to turn pro first. So really had to level up to his standard and his level. But it was so fun to just be able to have this partnership happen. And we had a really good time today.
Sahith, how cool is it for you to play alongside Rose? And both obviously had some really good seasons on your respective tours this year.
Yeah. Rose is just so humble. Obviously, she did incredible things on the course, junior, amateur, and even pro now, but just like even a better person off the course. So I just knew we would have a really, really good time. And like she said, we've had the same trainer for like over 6 years now. So that kind of friendship's been really nice. And yeah, I'm just glad she agreed to play with me.
Sorry, one more for me real quick. The team name, I know there were a couple team names that were written down. Did you all pick one, or are you still kind of back and forth with both?
The Rose Gala.
I like that. So since you have the trainer in common, can you tell us how he has most impacted your career?
I guess I'll start. I didn't realize how important fitness was for me, and I never really worked out till I got to college, and that's kind of right around when I started working with him. My trainer at Pepperdine was awesome, but when I wasn't with him, I was with Josh, and my friendship with Josh really grew when I graduated, and I'm stronger than I've ever been, and a big thing was injury prevention. So he's really shed a lot of light on that because his background was outpatient therapy and just knows a lot about the body and everything. So I've, knock on wood, played injury free for 4.5, 5 years now. So that's been the biggest takeaway for me.
100%. Me too. I feel like from an early age, my parents instilled in me that fitness was very important, especially in the game of golf. So when I was 12, 13, I already started working with Josh. So he's been with me in my junior golf days, my, going to amateur and then college. Throughout that entire couple seasons, he's always been there for me. So he's even caddied for me twice at Augusta National, which was an extremely special moment for us. And that relationship just kept budding, and it's been fun to have him, I guess, beat us in the gym.
Rose kind of has this reputation of being really good with a swing, especially the setup. I'm curious if have you watched your game closely, and vice versa, anything that you're trying to pick up from each other?
Yeah. Honestly, it's been great for me, even before this tournament, just knowing how good Rose swings it and just her process and sticking to the same process over and over. And I've definitely tried to take some of that and just try and get some of that rhythm through osmosis into my golf swing. But I think a part of her game that doesn't get talked about much is her putting. Even before this week, watching her on TV, she hits her line every single time. So that gave me a lot of confidence too, knowing that I'm going to be getting perfect reads all week. And there's something about always seeing a good shot in front of you that I don't know if it clears up the psyche mentally, or it feels good. So I've definitely taken a lot even before this week, but it's just so nice to see a nice picture ahead of me. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see your ball actually go in the hole. I mean, it was so incredible just watching from, on TV, his athleticism and his ability to just get out of trouble, and even just, he makes birdie from practically anywhere, from the bushes, from the trees. And it's really cool because I feel like you really have to have a touch for that. And just his overall demeanor on the golf course, he's very competitive, even though he's really chill here. I feel like I really love the drive that he has when he's out there. So I've definitely taken that and put it as inspiration as well.
Thank you.
Rose, I was talking to Sahith earlier this week, and he observed that you kind of drop your club, like, even when you miss it by, like, 2 yards. Do you care to comment on that observation?
I do have that tendency, and it completely pisses off a lot of my friends because they're like, you missed it 2 yards and it's next to the hole. Why are you dropping your club like that? Don't be too extra. And I mean, for me, it's a reaction. I don't really think it's necessarily I'm hitting a bad shot all the time. Sometimes it is really bad, but yeah, I don't know. It's just something that happens.
Shaking his head over here. And then on a broader scale, playing with a PGA Tour player, playing with an LPGA Tour player, how did it feel for you guys out there? And would you, knowing that you have this first round under your belt, would you do an event like this again in the future?
It was incredible. I have so much respect for how the PGA players play, and just being able to see them in person and alongside them, be in the same group, and play kind of the same golf course at the same time. It's just a great honor for me, and so much inspiration has, at least there has been so much for me to learn and slowly grow, develop.
Oh, it's so fun. I hope there's more events like this. I think, now that I think about it, this should have happened sooner. But the first thing I said when I walked up to Gino on the first tee, I was like, this is so cool. We're essentially playing with two of the best. I mean, Lily is number one and had an unbelievable season, and just to play with the number one player in the world, that's something that I don't think I've never played with. I've never played with the number one player in the world. Now I've played with two, the current number one and a former number one in amateur golf for so long, and probably a future world number one. So it was really cool. Me and Joel were even joking that Lily and Rose are going to be better than maybe we ever will be. But no,
I doubt that.
it's a lot of fun, and it's just cool to see how they dissect the golf course, and they're just machines. It's a different game almost. Like, I think of some of these fairways are very narrow, and they're still getting it 270, 275 right down the middle, and we're not that much longer than that. And even the approach shots are just so much tighter. The dispersion's tighter. So it's cool to see, and yeah, it's a lot of fun too. It's just fun.
Just being out on the course, I feel like there was a ton of energy out there. Just want to get your thoughts on the fans and kind of the atmosphere out there this week.
Yeah, right off the bat, I was surprised how many people were following us from like hole 1 and 2. There's hundreds of people, and on the back nine, a bunch of these grandstands, there were some serious roars out there, which was a lot of fun. And then I know we have a good amount of support that came out here, so that's a lot of fun, just having them cheer us on too. But the environment's really fun. It's really cool. I'm glad to see how many people came out.
I agree. Energy was buzzing, and it's great to have both tours come together. And for a lot of people, it's something so new that they come out and they want to see what kind of formats are going to be played out here. So it's also really cool that the next couple of days will be different formats, not to make it as boring and more exciting for all the fellow spectators to watch. So it's been really incredible to see everyone supporting this type of event.
Awesome. Thank you, too.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.